Okay, Matt, 143. It's more time for more mathematics fun time. At any rate, so I wanted to take a look at another problem. This time it's going to be from chapter 6C, number 38. All right, so let's take a look at what we have. All right, so you read the problem, you write the problem. I'm not going to bother showing that, but this was given in the problem that your average BMI or body mass index was 26.2 for Americans with an uncertainty or standard deviation of 4.7. Notice I'm going to continue using the X bar and the sigma notation for that. Okay, so here the whole trick is to look up something called a z-score, and you find the z-score by doing this right here, okay, which is to take the value you're given in the problem and subtract that from the average, the X bar, which would in this case will be 26.2, of course, and then divide that by the uncertainty. In order to find the percentile, you need to see the table 6.4. And so here is the table 6.4 in your book. Of course, I know you can't read it, but at any rate, you need to look at that up and find 6.4. Okay, so this is actually quite a straightforward problem. It asks you to find the percentile or the standard score for somebody with a BMI of 25. And so all you have to do is put in 25 right into your z-score formula, and then you plug your math away. Now this negative, I thought at first I was a little skeptical about this negative. I was wondering if it would actually mean something, and it does. It's important that you don't lose your negatives. Remember back to one of the very first videos I talked about don't drop your negatives. Well, here you find that it's true as well. At any rate, you look up that z-score in the table, and you find that z-score corresponds to 40.13%. Now that means that 40% of the people are going to have a BMI of 25 or less, okay? Now, as you continue on with the problem, it then asks you, okay, well, what about a 28? And so here we've got the math shown for a 28. Of course, you got to put 28 in here for the z-score, right? You plug along, you get this answer. You get this, 65%. Everything is pretty much well and good with this problem and pretty straightforward until you get down to C, and it starts asking you, okay, well, how many people had a body mass of 25 or higher? Okay, that was 40%. But this last thing, what does that mean? Now, that means for part C, when you ended up with a percentile of 40%, that means that 60% of the people are actually overweight in America. All right. And then last but not least, we did the last part when I'll show you this too. But how many people are obese in America? And you just put in 30%. This means that 79% of the people are not obese, but that means that 21% of the people are. At any rate, that means 1 in 5 actually are obese, is what the math is saying there. I wanted to include one other thing. I forgot. I meant to do this first, but I wanted to talk about the Gaussian bell curve. So here in the middle of your Gaussian bell curve is going to be your average. Around your average, whatever your average is, you can have +1 standard deviation or -1 standard deviation. 64% of the numbers are going to lie in this area, okay? Where it's are going to be normally distributed, okay? That means that 11% will be over here and only 2.5% over here. All right, but that 2.5%, that would mean you're more than 3 standard deviations away from the mean, and that would be considered unlikely, wouldn't it? Because you'd only have like a 97% or a 2% chance of that happening. Sorry. At any rate, I hope you guys are doing well, and good luck on your tests and questions. Bye.